Summertime, barbecue time. Nah, not been for a while. Anyway, I built this thing around about 2011, I think it was. Basically took a part of the hedge out, put a concrete floor down there. That's probably about, I don't know, 8-10 inches thick. Steel reinforcing, and then built with breeze blocks, or big concrete blocks I should say. That foundation section, cast a concrete floor for the second story on top of some corrugated metal, and then the rest is done in brick. No fire brick in here. But a few years ago I did a very big fire. You can see there's a hole through there, you can see through if you want. I basically always have kept that because it amuses me. But yeah, ended up with significant cracks in various places. I have investigated down there, opened that up because my storage is in there. Not found any cracks in this foundation pad, so I think that the heat just simply displaced things that were in here. Keeping in mind this is not a professionally built barbecue, this is just me glooping together a bunch of bricks. And that oven on the side is a baking oven rather than a pizza oven. I've contemplated getting rid of it outright, but maybe I will actually reinstate it. I don't know yet. I'll see how things turn out for me. But the plan is to take this down completely and then use, you can't see them, there's a pallet load of ugly bricks, but they cost me 20p a brick from Uncle Peter. There's a pallet of bricks here. There's a tire from the S10 that needs to be taken to the dump. There's some light tubes that came out of the garage, need to be taken to the dump. There's a cat sleeping over here. He doesn't have to be taken to the dump. Hello, George. This is your happy place for the day. He moves around constantly. But there's a pallet load of bricks here that I'll use to rebuild the barbecue, and then all of the bricks that go from, call it the floor, so basically above those doors, all of that has to be smashed up. All the big chunks moved down here, and I've been trying to find a couple of, well, 3 at least, railway sleepers, railroad ties. You can see I've got some bits and pieces there. Those are all screwed and nailed together to basically layer up another 2 or 3 so I get an embankment, so that this piece of the garden, which wildlife loves and is retained over here, that I can then fill all that hole there. I can fill it with the rubble that comes from tearing that down. Then once I've done that, I'll build a new barbecue, which in this case will be rendered or plastered and painted the same color as the house, which is also due a repaint. These stones I'm going to take and store them somewhere else again, remove them. This is the load bed floor from the C10 truck. That's just there to stop soil from filtering through the railway sleepers, but if I can find some more sleepers, then that'll be my retaining wall. And then down this side I have a pile around the back here, hidden, of marble sets. There are enough there to create probably at least a 2-foot high wall over here. So I'll literally leave a breathing gap up the side of the little shed, and then put a little retaining wall, if you want to call it that, there, and a little kickback, so that that side becomes part of the garden. And then once I find soil, which I normally do, I keep an eye open when people are doing gardening projects, etc. I'll just go in the back of my car and put some bags in there, bring it home, fill it in bit by bit. I've done the same previously to extend this. So this is a big mound of soil in the back of my yard, but it works for me, and the birds and everything love it as well. So yeah, today's job first and foremost is just to shape these, clear that up, get the marble sets out the back, because I'm now creating more obstruction, so I can't get into that section of the garden, which is actually quite a big chunk of land. And hopefully, if I really get done what I want done, I'll have the stone sets built into a wall there as well today. That'll be pretty cool, because then that's another job dropped. So yeah, the rest will happen in time delay fashion, so that you don't have to watch 8 hours worth of work for more than 2 minutes. Carry on and see what I get up to. Tighten the chain. Chain might be really beyond its best. I might change the chain as well, but I'll first just see if I tighten it. Chainsaw has done its work. Chopped that off. Now these marble sets, I wonder what they cost. They must cost a few pounds these days. They've come from all over the world, literally all over the southeast. I found them in hospital grounds, got permission from the groundsman because they were in a pile of rubble that was getting thrown out. I think I've picked up some on the side of the road where they've been abandoned, again in rubble. So they're not very good, but they're actually really good because they kind of suit the nature of the garden. Bunch of rocks. Some of these belong to my ex-wife. Her kids used to buy her stones for her birthday, and they were scattered around. She left them behind for me. They may get incorporated as well, but the important thing that I want to try and do today is build a little wall about this high, yeah, with these set marble sets, I should say, with these marble sets. And then the way I want to build them is so that it looks like they just stack, but actually they are cemented together. So there won't be any cement finishing on the front face of these. And then get to a certain height where I'll probably turn the top set sideways so that you only see a small face, but actually there's a seat about yay wide. What's that, 8 inches, 10 inches, probably 10 inches wide seat for you to sit on. If somebody wants to sit here and sort of just watch the world for a minute or two or longer, they can. You could also put a pot plant there. So yeah, that's kind of the next job now. It's just after 11 in the morning, obviously coffee time. George came looking for me just now because he knows coffee time and a bit of chicken breast is sort of our break. And then I'll get on with this. I've got to go fetch some sand from my stash right behind the garage. It's been laying there for a long time. These birds are not happy with me. Someone's obviously nesting somewhere in the hedge, I guess. So they come and shout. Yeah, I've got a bag of cement that's left over from way back when. Sand and cement, I'll probably mix it in a wheelbarrow because it's only a small amount, and then get on with it and hopefully be done with this before the day is out. That'll be a nice little job to have done, and a bit of a distraction from doing the truck every day, because I've been doing the truck 7 days a week. So next up, bring sand, wheelbarrow, and get mixing. Next job, mix up some cement, get a little foundation down, sort through these stones which go where, because they're all different sizes, and then pull up a wall quickly. I'm not sure how quickly the wall will go up, but it'll go up. Get a knife so I can open this bag. One of those tools, one of the nicest garage tools ever. Just keeps working. Those projects that are waiting to be done. That water feature, I'm not sure where to put it yet. The little sundial used to live further up in the garden. Obviously the garden's there, it's coming back to life again, as is the plum tree, which really should be dug out. Today I chose not to go work on the truck. Didn't work on it yesterday either. But I wrote a book, 785 new swear words to use when you have tools in your hand. It doesn't matter what tools, woodwork tools, cooking tools, gardening, any of those that need a bit of emphasis once it starts upsetting you more than a bit. But I used some recycled more than once granite setts or paving stones or edge stones that are glooped together with a load of cement here, quite strong mix with sharp sand. I removed all the stones and stuff on that side, because when I can find some more sleepers to bring it up to that level, I'll be doing that. And then this side will be not at all retaining soil or anything, but I just thought it would look a little bit tidier on the front of the little shed. So I'm waiting for this to dry a bit so I can get a brush onto it and just brush it clean. But yeah, little shed, still looking good. Haven't got anyone living in it. Until anyone or somebody comes to visit, it just stands like that, and I open the door and windows every now and again so it can breathe. But yeah, kind of a shitty day in as much as I swore more than I wanted to. But hey, it's done. It's another job done. So yeah, Thursday, Easter weekend. Tonight I think I'm on my own. My lodger is on his way to Scotland for the weekend, and I think I'll be cooking some pork chops in a pan, and who knows what else, some vegetables or something like that. So that's it. End of today's little interlude, sort of a little project, not a project kind of thing. I had the chainsaw out earlier on, as you see as well. So yeah, the hedges are starting to grow again, when I'm really not looking forward to. I haven't carried on with carving another one of those. I was busy with the Celtic cross, but I'll get to that sometime when I'm in the need for some sort of slow time. In the meantime, have a good weekend. Cheers. So we have a beer for reward and a couple of nice fat pork chops that are getting Cajun spice, and then I'll glaze them with a bit of sweet Thai chili sauce right at the end before serving it. So yeah,